by Dr. Dilland Doe. Chapter 4. Tu and Viet glanced around the Meowies who encircled them in the dark forest, their faces and ears poked out of their helms and chainmail draped over their bodies. The soldiers stood in a tight circle around the humans, surrounding them in a fairy glow. The humans stood and waited. Tu looked into the apparently endless forest. She saw Bibi and Elamé. Their ears pointed to the ground, and they failed to maintain eye contact. Good, we have friends. Then she heard the voice of evil. Good work, soldiers. These star travelers are a danger to our republic. Scratcher's yellow eyes looked over the humans. Are we really gonna die murdered by talking Meowies? Sudden barks rammed Tu's heart into her throat. The humans flinched. Meowies jumped in the air and hissed instinctively. Just 10 yards away, the two foxes stood next to each other, observing the scene. Every Meowie placed their butts in the air and lowered their heads toward the foxes, with their paws out in front in reverence. Elamé said, "Oh, glorious foxes, we are truly blessed by your presence." The fairies' faces froze tensely with their eyes open wide. They glanced at one another uneasily. The Meowies parted as the two foxes, one gold and the other red, walked toward Viet and Tu. Their fur apparently freshly clean, silky, and full. Viet whispered to Tu, "I need to borrow their product." Viet's comment created a throbbing sore in Tu's brain. The foxes looked at the Meowies and growled, causing Tu's heart to skip a beat. All eyes moved to Scratcher. She watched the situation inquisitively. The Prime Minister stood tall. "I will not interfere with the concerns of the foxes. No Meowie would. Their powers are not to be trifled with. Humans, your freedom will not be impeded by me." Scratcher turned and walked away, and the soldiers followed. Their glows and clinking chainmail faded into the forest. Bibi and Elamé remained. The two Meowies carefully watched as the foxes separated from the humans. Tu said, "Elamé, what just happened?" Elamé and Bibi tiptoed across the forest. Viet slapped his face with both hands. "Holy moly! Where did the foxes go?" Tu scanned the forest. Nothing. Elamé seductively rubbed against Tu's leg and looked up at her with her tail in the air, slightly curved at the top. "Foxes are powerful creatures of magic to be respected. But what is really needed now is a good pet." Meow! From the corner of Tu's eyes, she saw Bibi prance toward Viet and curl around his leg, giving a quick meow meow. Tu smiled at the cute Meowies. She and Viet bent down and massaged their bodies. Elamé vibrated as Tu stroked her hand along the Meowie's silky fur. Viet said amazingly loudly, "Good, kitty! Good!" The sound painfully vibrated in Tu's ears. "I've had enough of this idiot." She flashed her hand against Viet's face and felt a measure of satisfaction at the loud smack. Viet shook his finger at Tu and swayed his head and hips. "Oh no, you didn't! Oh no! Hater! I hate you because you talk like an idiot, not because you're gay. I know you despise who I am, Tu. Don't deny it. You've been mean to me ever since I came out." A loud, high-pitched bark caused them both to scream and jump. The gold fox. It nodded its head back a few times as if to say, "Follow," then ran east into the forest. Tu looked toward the Meowies and their fairies. "Maybe these foxes have the power to get us home." Elamé looked off into the distance. "Maybe. We should not deny a fox. Let's follow." Viet tilted his head. "They did save our lives. Where else we gonna go?" They followed, the Meowies' fairies ducking deep into fur and quivering. The group continued until Viet said, "Stop! Look!" He pointed north. The red fox. They gazed at its mysterious glowing red eyes and its fluffy clean red fur. It then signaled with its head to follow. "But the gold fox leads us east." She glanced at the others. They offered no advice. Another piercing bark came from their right. Viet screamed and jumped. Tu flinched. The Meowies both let loose threatening hisses. The golden fox was standing just a few feet away. Elamé lay down toward the fox with her paws over her shaking head. "Oh, great fox, I apologize for my hiss. Your bark startled me, that's all. Please forgive me." Bibi took the same apologetic posture. Another fox bark startled the group. Again, Viet screamed. Tu flinched, and the Meowies hissed. The red fox now stood just as close. Both foxes turned away and hinted with their heads to follow. The red north and the gold east. Fiat said, "Let's get out of here. The Meowies won't hurt us anymore. I'm not following a fox into who knows where." Two shook her head. "That Prime Minister wants us dead. These foxes may be the only chance we have to go home. I'm willing to risk that they may want to eat me. We don't belong here. I'm following one." Two had little to go on, but she had to make a decision. "The gold one. Come with me if you ever want to see your friends and family again." Two stepped east. Bibby stood on her hind legs and put both paws in the air. "Oh, but centaurs! Centaurs east! Past buffer zone!" Two looked at Bibby. "What?" Elamay said. "East you will find the East River, the original border of the Meowie Republic. Since the destruction of the savages of the East, the Meowie Republic controls a buffer zone into the forest on the other side of the river to watch for centaur attacks. If the fox wishes to take you far enough east into the plains, then death will surely await you at the fearsome hands of a centaur." Fiat said, Girl, centaurs actually sound kind of sexy." I can't believe he talks like this when our lives and our chance of returning to Earth are on the line. Two said, "Fiat, shut up. Okay, let's go north." Elamay said, "I concur with Fiat. We should ask for the advice of our leaders. I've had enough of this. You guys can. I'm going north, and I'm going home. Fiat, have fun in Meowgrit Scratcher's torture chamber." Two walked north toward the red fox. Bibby yelled, "No! North Mountains! Very powerful! No! North! No! Take chances, centaurs!" Two paused. She kind of wanted to see a centaur. She liked the idea of a handsome, beefy man rising from the body of a powerful steed. Maybe they only acted unfriendly towards Meowies. Maybe they'd help her follow the fox. She looked at the group. "I'm following the gold fox east. Farewell." She strode after the golden creature. Fiat yelled, "Wait!" Two paused and looked back over her shoulder. Sincere concern appeared across Fiat's face. "Good luck, 22. I love you." Two smiled softly. "I love you too, little brother." She turned and briskly walked east. The others went west toward the Parliament clearing. Two, all alone in a big strange world, traveled to find mysterious forces she knew nothing about.